Hi, I'm Yamalite, you are watching Early Game View, and this is my first impressions of Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen for PC. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen is not a new game by any stretch. It was released originally in 2013 with the Dark Arisen expansion following later the same year. Originally it was released for Xbox 360 and PS3, so last gen consoles, and this month finally the Capcom decided to release it for PC with a bunch of enhancements, although, they are not that major, but still the game plays way better on PC than it ever played on the older consoles, primarily because of the frame rate. Let's jump right into the game and see how exactly it plays. So if you are not familiar with the game, it's a Japanese RPG, or rather RPG developed by a Japanese company that tried to make it as Western as possible. I think it was one of the first tries of the Japanese developers trying to do the RPG aimed towards the Western market. And it's kind of a weird one. So, it's not as hardcore as Dark Souls. It's not as, as Japanese as basically something like Final Fantasy or any other Japanese RPG that you might see out there. But it definitely, you can see that it was developed by a Japanese company and by a Japanese guy who have their own ideas about how the game should play. So this is me in the world. As you can see here, I have 3 of my companions here who I hired. I will talk about that system a bit later. The game is about you, the guy who got his heart stolen by a dragon. The storyline here is not that elaborate, and well, it's probably not the the biggest strength of the game. So the coolest part of the game is actually the combat and all the underlying systems that are related to it. The world map is quite huge. So this is just capital city, and if we switch to the area, you will see that this is. I played about 8 hours, I think, and this is what I explored so far. So this forest is a small instance area actually that is pretty tiny in comparison to everything else. I was able to make my way all the way here to the rest camp. I was very lucky to not encounter a huge cyclops here who would murder me. I don't know how I missed him on the way there. But yeah, essentially this is what I was able to get through in my first 8 hours of gameplay. That's not that much. And I mean, if you can see there's a lot more area to cover here, and the map is actually really huge. One of the main problems actually the initial game had is the lack of fast traveling. So because you have to either found a very expensive stones to do that, or you had to run all the way from one point to another, which would take ages, and you don't have unlimited stamina here, which is as well used for combat. So that's a problem. With Dark Arisen it was solved, so you now have a special stone that you can use for unlimited fast travel, and it's very nice. Okay, so let's start by talking about one of the most unique things about this game is a pawn system. So here's the special stone that will take me to the pawn reality, where we can have a look at the different pawns, or the companions. This is the way they are called. So here are my 2 that I used to have with me. As you can see, they are level 19 and I'm level 20. Thing is that pawns here do not really level up, so we can release those 2, and yes, let's give them something to bring to their owner. I don't know, what do we have here? Maybe ceramic jug. Those are pretty good. Let's say appearance rating, best rating. Whatever. Let's give it 5 stars. So basically, you have an option to leave a comment and give something as a thanks to the master of the pawn. So all the pawns are created by people, and essentially, whenever I'm not playing, and someone can summon my pawn actually and play the same way that I am doing this now with the help of their pawns. The cool part is that you can always get new pawns of the same level as you for free. So here's we have some small selections, and we can have a look at what classes they are, what skills do they have. Sadly, not all people maintain pawns correctly, so some of them don't even have all skills purchased or set. But then again, you can just use this stone here to get a more traditional UI. And then you can pick a level. So we can summon pawns that are more powerful than me. Let's, to show you the cool part of the combat, we're going to go and battle a large monster, because this game is all about fighting big monsters. So I'm going to summon, should have enough let's not go a bit too overboard. So level 25, there's like 5 levels above me. With so you have this rift crystals, I think they're called, and basically you can use them to summon more powerful pawns to help you. So let's change our search conditions. We don't want the ranger because I'm a ranger myself. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna have a look. So almost all of them actually have skills, which is good. And we need someone with a holy affinity and like holy damage, and we need a warrior with a shield. So this guy looks good. Let's summon him. Okay, so they should appear here momentarily, and we should see them actually glowing where they are. Yeah, there's the warrior. So let's talk to her. And we can enlist her so that would take a bit of rift crystals from me, but you know the monsters drop them quite a lot, so that's not a big problem. And then there's our mage or sorcerer, I think, sorceress, I guess, and let's enlist her as well. And we can live the rift at that. So basically, another cool part about the pawn system is that not only you can hire higher level pawns that will help you, but they will as well guide you through the quest, through their chatter. And I know some people don't really like to hear pawns talking. I mean, it gets annoying after some part because they just keep talking and talking and talking and just won't shut up. But they do give you like helpful advice, and for example, if you summon a pawn that already did that quest, it will actually tell you where to go, what to do, what the monster weaknesses are, and so on and so forth. Okay, I have some additional discipline points which we can spend on learning skills, but I am thinking here maybe I should switch class. One of the cool things here is that you can change classes at will. So it's called vocations here, and you pay discipline points once, and then you can switch to the class whenever you want. So for example, here I already took an assassin, and I can take it again. So the interesting thing is that basically if classes use the same weapons, so for example assassin uses swords, daggers, shield and bow, then this means I can carry on any skills that assassin can use with dagger to any other class that uses dagger. For example, this magic archer, I wanted actually to try that. Let's take a magic archer, and that's pretty expensive, but whatever. So we're gonna change the equipment. I'm gonna put on my stilettos, and now I can put this nice magic bow here that I found. I think it should be better than my old bow, but I am not sure because you cannot directly compare them if you cannot equip it. Then I will put on my monocle, of course. How else can I go without a monocle? So we'll put on this thing. Those are the armor sets that go with DLC essentially. So if you pre-purchase Dragon's Dogma, you will get those. I don't really want to use them to spoil my experience. You know, they are quite much more powerful than what I have now. I guess at some point there won't be, but I'll just roll normally, and so far that was a pretty great choice in my opinion. Okay, so here we go. I think I equipped everything. So got daggers, got bow, yep. Cool, and now we can go and learn some skills. So again, those skills are related to this specific class. So we're gonna get Sunburst, why not? Staff, I don't want a staff, I want it's like very little skills here. So engrave, what is this? Performance with the double strike. So those are again core skills. I think they carry on from one profession to another, so you don't have to care about that much. The only pawn that you are able to customize is your own. So as you can see here, I can buy and set skills for my mage that I have with me. Let's see, can we get something nice? We don't have enough for that. Yeah, maybe let's get this one. And secret augments, we don't have anything there. So let's see, maybe we'll buy ice, giant spire of ice that can serve as a stepping stone. That's very interesting, but I'm not sure that will help me right now. Lightning bolt, dark energy that can bind a foe for a time. That sounds useful, so let's do that. And after that we can enable change enabled skills. So essentially you can purchase all the skills you want, but then you will have to pick only 2 sets of skills, primary and secondary. I even have some staff, or maybe I need to find a staff and try that. So we got 2 of those here, and then augments, I have not bought anything here. All right, So let's switch some skills for Ada. I think I bought her another augment. Yep, there we go. And then here, so those are healing skills. Then we have the Bun, and I think we can switch this one. So this Commission is actually a really powerful fire skill, but she rarely uses it. I'm not sure why, because I haven't played Mage yet. I mean, theoretically I can just swap the class, and if I have enough gear, that should work just fine. Alright, so let's go have a look at the traders. And maybe buy a bit better equip, and then go fight this huge... I don't even sure... Wait, what? Come on. Yes, I want to buy stuff. Let's see. Does he have any better... Okay, I can buy a staff, but I don't want a staff. I want to be a dagger and... Okay, I have exactly the same pretty good bow, actually, which is cool. So, caps are crap. By the way, there's like two... In most of the equipment, there are two slots. One for armor and one for clothes. So here you can see this is clothing. This shown in the bottom... right below this list, as you can see, there's like the classes that can wear it with the bright icons, and then on the left it says it's clothing, and this is armor, for example, so I don't fit with the class, so I cannot really wear it. Alright, let's have a look. So nothing really interesting here, unless I want to get a staff. I don't know, do I want a staff? I'm not sure. Okay, whatever. So let's just go fight that big guy. I think we should go, where was it? Here, let me open the map quickly. It was on the right side from me, so we go over here. So the combat basically is your typical action-based RPG, but how to describe it? Essentially, they took Dark Souls, or Demon Souls, I guess, at the time. They added a bit of Monster Hunter here, because the main, as I already mentioned, the main thing is basically to fight the large monsters, so you can do various crazy things there, and they mixed in a bit of Shadow of Colossus. If you never played that game, you should, because it's absolutely fantastic. The main idea there is that you could climb the Colossus to find the weak spot and kill them. It's how to put it? So basically you can do something similar here, but it's not quite climbing to find a weak spot. Rather, the monsters have a lot of weak spots, and you can climb them to... oh, that actually looks like a really magic bow, and it highlights targets. That is pretty cool. Wait, but it doesn't hit. Come on. Oh, okay, those spiders. Oh, so it is bow with auto-targeting, essentially. That's a bit of a cheating. So we have some spiders here. Let's murder them. You see that? Pick up some poison. All right. Yeah, so the general idea is that you have really large monsters like Cyclops or Hydra, and you have to grab them. You can see the right button is grabbing. You can grab small monsters as well, but you know that's not very helpful. And then you can try to reach your way, for example, to Hydra's heads to chop them off, and that will make Hydra way less vulnerable, or way more vulnerable, and you will be able to defeat it easier. So because if you try to attack it head on, just take off its HP without attacking the weak spots, it will take ages. I mean, it's not like you cannot do this, you can, but you will probably spend ages doing that. Okay, let's kill those annoying bats. Please die. I think I do have some quests on the bats. So quest-wise, the game itself is kinda, you know, it's very linear, it's very Japanese, that you have like the main story and that's basically it. There are some smaller side quests like those ones, which basically are there just to give you some money and experience, like kill 10 harpies. This is really easy to do, and you will get some golden stilettos, you will get some experience in gold. And I think I have a quest here to kill giant bats. Yeah, there we go. So I killed 13 out of 24. I think those actually count as giant bats, and I will get 50,000 gold, which is actually a lot. And what we're doing now is, no, not Deep Well, where was it? There was a quest about killing that monster here. Yeah, Everfall, there we go. Okay, so let's see. They have something to tell us. Flame and Holy Magic, yeah, I already know that. I already been here. So as you can see, those are pawns that actually completed this quest, and they are telling you what works best here. We're gonna see if I'm actually gonna survive this guy. The worst case scenario, we can just run the hell away from him. Let's try to do that. I'm quite curious. Whoa, okay. That actually looks pretty good. So the animation of the combat is actually pretty good as well. You know, it doesn't... the game is not that flashy graphics-wise. I mean, it's after all, it was released in 2013 and they didn't really improve anything that matched for PC version. I guess the textures are slightly higher resolution than it was on Xbox and PS3. But purely because the frame rate is unlocked here, and I think like it is capped, so I think the maximum is something 150, judging according to developers on the Steam forums. But because you can go like at 60 FPS with VSync, for example, the game plays so much nicer than it did on a PS3 and Xbox 360. And let's do the threefold bolt. I really like how the skill looks. There we go. So when I'm fighting with those skills, I will improve my rating for profession, which will essentially increase the number of skills that I can purchase with it. So it actually makes a lot of sense to use the weapon that you want to level up, essentially. Okay, we killed everyone. Yeah, this guy is casting something. Okay. And then again, you know, once you leveled up to and you got the skills you want, you can easily go ahead and switch to another profession and level up skills there, and then mix and match them and get some crazy builds. So where's that large? Then there's some zombies lying down here. Let's chop them up. They are dying pretty quickly. So last time I was here, it was a lot of trouble to kill them. This time around, not very much. Maybe because I got very, very powerful pawn with me. There's like 5 level higher than me. But maybe it's... I mean, I'm level 20 now, so it's not exactly... I'm not exactly that small myself. Okay, and as you might have noticed, the combat is stamina based. So basically, the more actions you do, like normal attacks doesn't count. But for example, if I would to do dodge, you would see that dodge doesn't even. Okay, that's actually weird. I have dodging for my dagger skills as one of my core skills, but it doesn't eat any stamina. That's really strange. But if we take the skill like this, you will see that it will eat my stamina. Once my stamina is depleted, I will actually stop moving at all until some of it recovers, and that can be deadly. So this is like very, very Dark Souls-like mechanic. Okay, here's the asshole. And as you can see, I can actually target several of his parts. So the thing is that basically if you chop off his arm or his leg, he won't be moving that much. And I get a Seeker Bolt, which would essentially attack all of him. That is kind of cool. Alright, so he got defeated a bit. Yeah, I think at level 20 maybe I will be able to defeat him. So let's try to... No, you don't want to attack me. Let's try to grab onto him. There we go. And now I can crawl on him, and now I can try to burn his right hand. As you can see, the stamina depletes as well, so I can't really do that. And I want to jump off. Nope, that didn't help. That was too slow. The monsters, of course, will try to shake you off. They will, of course, try to knock you down, try to damage you. Jump off. There we go. That was much better. And yeah, so as I was saying, the monster will try to shake you off, will try to damage you. And god damn it, stop doing that stuff. There we go. And now we can get up. Now let's... Oh, he actually got me. Let's not fall down. It's a long way to fall. Okay, let's eat some health potions. I am playing with a gamepad, if you didn't notice. You can actually play with a keyboard and it works pretty well. Let's not give him murder our friend here. Chop his arm. One of the major complaints I actually have is the camera. Did I manage to jump down? No, I didn't. Okay, but I mean, he's taking quite a lot of damage actually. Let's try to do some of those skills, and we get a healing aura for now. These skills are actually really powerful and don't eat that much of the stamina, which is surprising to me. Okay, there we go. Come on. Jump on his leg and try to chop it all, and he got me. Yeah, so basically this monster is, he's not that big, and he's one of the first like real bosses that you encounter. So he's it was tough trying to defeat him on level 16, I think, but level 20 with spawns that are level 25 is not that hard. Let's try to get up to the head. Jump. No, damn it. And he got me again. Let's go heal a bit. Where's the healer? There's the healer. Okay, thank you very much. And I should have stayed in the light. Okay, let's try to chop him off now. Let's do some of the skills, because they just look flashy and they do a lot of damage. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, this is like one of the first monsters, and he's actually really, really small in comparison to all the other like things that you will encounter. You will get like a test battle with, let's, come on. I think I'm hanging on his groin. That is not very nice. Yeah, so in the beginning you will get like a simple test quest that basically shows you off what you will be doing when you fight with Hydra. It is pretty fascinating, but the Hydra is so fat that you can barely scratch it, so you essentially just run away and try not to die. Just jump away because I'm low on stamina. And then smack him with our auto attack or basic attacks. And dodge away from him. There we go. Alright. Okay, he's almost dead actually. So the combat is, I would say it's really fun, you know? There's nothing... Oh, where's my curatives? Let's eat some of those. There we go. Once you die, you are dead. You have to restart from the last save point. That's why it's generally a good idea to save a lot. Let's do that. And let's do maybe Cutting Wind as well. There we go. Come on, come here. You're almost dead. Die already. Yeah, so you know, if you think that the idea of RPG that is aimed or geared towards hunting these huge monsters is interesting, then definitely look at Dragon's Dogma. It's pretty awesome. I mean, the game like the combat itself is not very complicated, but you know, you have this like 3 sets of essentially the attacks that you can mix and match between classes, which I think is absolutely fascinating. Okay, we killed that guy and we got some fighting too. I thought I picked it up. Okay, let's go check out what's deeper in this dungeon and hope that I don't die. So I will save quickly right here, because otherwise it will be a problematic. Again, the story-wise, this game is not that elaborate. You know, there's nothing too complex here, or it's not. You know, it's not even unlinear. It's just a really linear story about you losing your heart to a dragon, and then you essentially the goal is to level up really high and go kill that dragon and get your heart back. But the combat is so good that I don't care about the story. I just want to like level up, go around the world and try to kill all those badass huge monsters, and you know, chop off the Hydra's heads, because the Hydra ran away in the beginning and like it got scared off by some people there. And okay, I think actually we completed this thing. Yeah, the pawns tend to break everything around, so if you want to keep something not broken, better leave pawns at home. But yeah, so that's about all I have to show you with Dragon's Dogma. As I already said, it's not expensive. You can get it for $30 or your regional equivalent on Steam right now. If you go to Greenman Gaming, they have 20% off coupon right now, so there will be even less. I've been enjoying this very much so far, and I am planning to finish it, especially looking forward to fighting really big monsters when I get higher level. So thank you for watching, and as always, see you during next updates. Bye!